Welcome. Glad you are here. Today, we want to take a look at the life and successes of Bill Gates, but before we do that, kindly subscribe to my channel so you won't left out of our latest videos, and your subscription also earns the channel a better recognition by Google. Just press the subscribe below. Hope you have done that. You are wonderful. Thanks a lot. Gates, Bill. Bill Gates, who is he? American businessman, programmer, investor, and philanthropist Bill Gates. The world's top software firm, Microsoft, was created by him and Paul Allen. The revenue in 2015 was $110.4 billion. With a net worth of $100.6 billion, Bill Gates ranks as the second richest person on the planet. He served as Microsoft's CEO until January 2000. At the moment, he advises CEO Satya Nadella on technology. He spends a lot of time working on the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, therefore he chose a less demanding position at Microsoft so he could devote more time to philanthropy. Bill Gates biography. On October 28, 1955, Bill Gates was born in Seattle, Washington. His mother, Mary Maxwell Gates, and father, William H. Gates Sr. He has two sisters, Libby Gates, his younger sister, and Christy Gates, his older sister. He joined in the private preparatory Lakeside School when he was 13 years old. He developed an interest in using BASIC to program the General Electric system while attending that school and was granted a leave of absence so that he could do so. On the General Electric computer, he created his first computer program. At the school, Gates and Allen connected and collaborated to identify problems in the Computer Center Corporation's PDP-10 system. In exchange for computer time and royalties, Gates, Paul, and two other students created a payroll tool for information sciences. His school eventually learned about his programming abilities after he developed a tool to schedule pupils in classes. He and Paul founded Trafo Data at the age of 17, with the goal of producing traffic counters based on Intel 8008 CPUs. Gates attended Lakeside School and graduated in 1973. He was a National Merit Scholar and his SAT score was 1590 out of 1600. In the fall of 1973, he entered at Harvard College, where he met Steve Ballmer. At Harvard, Gates didn't have a set study schedule but spent a lot of time on the computers. He joined Paul Allen at Honeywell in 1974. The Intel 8080 CPU-based MIT's Altair 8800 was introduced in 1975. Bill and Paul viewed this as a chance to launch their own software business. Story of Microsoft. After reading an article showcasing the Altair 8800 in the January 1975 issue of Popular Electronics, Gates got in touch with MITS, the company that developed the new microcomputer, to let them know that he and colleagues were developing a BASIC interpreter for the system. Without any documented code, Gates and Allen sought to determine MIT's level of interest. Within a few weeks after the meeting with the MIT's president, they had created an Altair emulator to demonstrate on a mini-computer before moving on to the BASIC interpreter. Success in the demonstration led to an agreement with MITS to offer the interpreter as Altair BASIC. In November 1975, Gates took a leave of absence from Harvard to work with Paul Allen when Allen was hired by MITS. They called the partnership Microsoft, deleted the hyphen a year later, and on November 26, 1976, Microsoft was registered as a trade name. In order to create a BASIC interpreter for the new IBM PC, IBM approached Microsoft. Gates suggested they contact Digital Research because they needed an operating system, but the negotiations did not go well. In response, Gates suggested utilizing 86DOS, an operating system for PC-like hardware owned by SCP, in a conversation with IBM representatives. 2. Become the sole licensing agency and later the complete owner of 86DOS, Microsoft struck a deal with SCP. Microsoft supplied the operating system to IBM as PC-DOS in exchange for a one-time payment of $50,000 after modifying it for the PC. Microsoft became a significant player in the sector thanks to the sales of MS-DOS. Despite IBM's name being on the operating system, Microsoft was swiftly identified by the press as having a significant influence on the new machine. A professional in the field referred to the computer as the Gates computer. On June 25, 1981, the business underwent a reorganization, with Gates taking on the roles of president and board chairman. On November 20, 1985, Microsoft released the first retail version of Microsoft Windows and agreed to work with IBM to create the OS/2 operating system. The first iteration of the new system was successfully built by IBM and Microsoft, but the working relationship deteriorated as a result of creative differences. Since then, Microsoft has continued to expand. The list of hardware and software products has been growing, starting with Windows OS and continuing with Microsoft Office suites, Office 365, Xbox, Bing, and Hotmail. The initial concept served as the foundation, and from there they built. The majority of businesses utilize Windows software, which Microsoft has dominated since 1975. They continue to be the top software firm in the world because they have continually kept up with the pace of change. Charitable Foundation. Gates established his foundation, the William H. Gates Foundation, in 1994 by selling some of his Microsoft shares. He was motivated by the charitable endeavors of Andrew Carnegie and John D. Rockefeller. In 2000, he and his wife combined the three family foundations to form the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which is now the richest foundation in the world with assets worth more than $34.6 billion. With nearly $28 billion in charitable contributions as of 2007, Bill and Melinda Gates were the second most generous philanthropists in America. Learning. Bill Gates is a voracious reader and has over 150 book suggestions on his personal blog, Gates Notes. He was an avid reader as a child, and success is often attributed to persons who are self-educated. That is all for now. If you have any suggestions or comments, let me know. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel by pressing the button. See you in the next video.